What's up, Dope fam? Back with another video. So the worldwide US tariffs have just officially been put into effect as of 26 minutes ago. And I'm just going to go through a Bitcoin market analysis as well as stock market analysis and just get you guys up to date of what I think is going to happen on the lower time frames, short term and long term. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you guys don't already know me, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap. So be sure to follow his pages and let's get right into it. So first of all, for Bitcoin, looks like we did get that relief bounce as it was showing yesterday. As you can see here, we're testing 81k as resistance and now we're making our way back down. We actually officially made the lowest daily close since I believe it was 6th of November. So as you can see, we closed at the 76.2k region and now we're testing lower. Ideally, what happens here, as I've always said this whole week, we don't want to close below the 44 RSI level, as that is pretty much our last line in the sand when it comes to the bull market support levels. So as you can see, we are currently sitting at about the 41 RSI level. We can always bounce in the next couple of days or so and close above, but as it currently stands, we are below the RSI level, and this puts risk on the bull market, as this is the first time ever we've actually about to close below these levels since the bull market actually began back in December, January 2023. So on to that point, let's go to the liquidation heat maps. So liquidation heat maps, it's looking pretty volatile for the near future. Reason being is we're actually getting quite a lot of liquidations at the 74k region, which is actually a new low for us, as well as just above 80k. So expect a lot of volatility this week, especially with the tariffs just being kicked in, and there's going to be a lot of negotiations with China. Looks like they're playing hardball, so see how it goes from there. Stock market, we actually pretty much did the same thing as Bitcoin yesterday. We did a relief bounce, retest it as resistance, and then making our way back down. It's looking like we're probably going to test the 4800 region once again, probably on tomorrow's stock market opening. But nonetheless, I really want this to hold, and so we can at least get a relief bounce from here, which would actually have some relief for Bitcoin as well. Next tweet is by Decojar. So he's just saying that it's funny how this place always degenerates into a competition over who said what, but bragging is a young man's game and a fool's errand. I'll just keep the updates coming and talk about the markets as I see them. Happy with the small community I have here. This is pretty much the same thing I would like to say to you guys. None of this is financial advice, and this is all my opinion. My goal is just to show you guys what I'm seeing on the charts right now, and pretty much align that with the news that's happening. And I just want to keep you guys up to date on what my opinion is right now. And I guess basically on that stance is we're getting really close to an inflection point. And as I said to you guys last week, in the next week or so, including this week, it's probably going to show true direction for Bitcoin. And as it currently stands, it is not looking too good. But nonetheless, we haven't had confirmation as of yet. And my bias is always to the upside, because obviously I want to make money, but the charts do not lie, and it's not looking too great. Our next tweet is by Decojar once again. So Bitcoin is testing the 50-week moving average, while weekly super trend sits at 74k. Last August, Bitcoin wicked through these levels and recovered. Must close the week above these key levels or close below and brace for impact. So this pretty much has the same confluence as I've been showing you guys about the weekly RSI. Basically, we need to really close above this moving average, definitely above the 77, 78k region, just so we can actually get it back above that weekly support. But as you can see on the super trend and the moving average, we're testing it really hard right now, and we've actually never closed below it. Looking at a lot of key time frames as well as different moving averages and analysis tools, we're at a clear inflection point right now. And this week and next week, it's definitely a breaking point for Bitcoin, and we definitely want to see bounces across the board and some confidence in the market where we see some tariffs getting some good negotiations happening, which will benefit the markets. Next tweet is by Super Bitcoin Bro. So Bitcoin closed today just above the 365-day moving average. With the tariffs taking effect in a matter of hours, it's already happened. A sweep below this level is to be expected, but we do not want to see a weekly close below. So as you can see, we're actually going through that sweeping of below the moving average as of right now. So I believe today we hit about the 74.3k region, which is definitely below the moving average. We do not want to see weekly closes below this, and pretty much across all the board when it comes to closes. We definitely want to close above above this support level, the 78k. Ideally, in my opinion, we should be closing above the 81k, because that just shows that the weekly RSI will be closing back above the bull market support levels. And I can pretty much agree with you guys and let you guys know, like the bull market is still intact, but as of right now, it's looking risk of breaking, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm just going to play a video of our sponsor, the Sigma Trading Bot. Click in the link in the description below. I generally use the product on a weekly basis, and I've been using it for over a year now. It is the fastest trading bot on Base Chain as well as other EVM chains, so give it a go, and I'll see you on the latter part of the video. If you guys are looking for the fastest trading bot on Base Chain, EVM chains, as well as Solana support soon, click on the link in the description below. I'll be giving away $1,000 per month to those users that trade and fund their wallets on the Sigma Trading Bot. It also supports the channel, so it'll be really appreciated if you guys have a look at what the product is, because personally I've been using it because it replaces my DEX needs, and I've actually been using it since March 2024. And the main reasons why I've been using it is, first of all, it's got full mobile and desktop support, so it's on Telegram, it's a bot on Telegram, and because it's on Telegram, it's so much more convenient to make my trades when I'm out and about, as well as multiple features I've been using to make 10 to 100x multiples on new coin deployments. So one of the main features is the auto sniping tool. So what this does is, since Sigma Trading Bot is the fastest bot on Base as well as other EVM chains, you're able to snipe new token deployments and be one of the first buyers to new token launches. I've also been using the copy trading tool, which allows me to copy trade profitable wallets and pretty much just copy exactly what they've been doing. But why you guys should be trusting it? Personally, I've been using it since 2024, like March of 2024, and it's got over $3 billion in total volume, with integrations and partnerships with other top protocols like Virtuals, which is the #1 AI protocol on Base Chain. And like, since it's been around for so long and it's got so much volume, it's got a pretty good track record. It's never been hacked, and I've been using it on and off since the deployment, and I've been quite happy with the product. It's developed and evolved a lot over time, and the partnership, in my opinion, was sort of a no-brainer because I personally use it for my own trading needs. And with me partnering with them, I'm actually able to give out $250 to 5 winners every month. So it's sort of a no-brainer to use my link in the description and just to give it a go and give it a try, because I've been using it. I've been quite happy with the tool. And they're actually going to be releasing a new web app that sort of supplements the Telegram app. So obviously, depending on your preference, if you like a web app or a Telegram app, you can give it a go when that releases. And thank you for supporting the channel. We'll go to the next segment in the video. Alright, cool. So next tweet is by Poseidon. So it just says bottom. But as you can see here, like, the reason why I keep repeating to you guys, like, we're at an inflection point for this week as well as next week. All the major stock market indexes and Bitcoin and Ethereum is showing key levels of support, and we're hitting them right now and retesting them very hard. And what we definitely want to see here is bounces across the board, because if we slice through these support levels, we have a lot more pain to go, and it won't be good for Bitcoin, of course, because like I've showed you guys repeatedly in the past, it just means the bull market isn't intact anymore and is breaking down. Next tweet is by Matthew Highland. So Bitcoin weekly super trend floor sits at 74k. It has remained green since January of 2023. If it wants to continue that, it cannot close a weekly below 74k. So this is another level of confluence. This chart is similar to Decode Jars, but nonetheless, it pretty much just shows that 74k is the line in the support for us as of right now. And I definitely don't want to see weekly closes below. As you can see, wicking below is fine. We saw that happen in the middle of 2024. So wicks are generally fine. It's just, if we're going to wick below this super trend, below 74k this week, I definitely want to see weekly closes back above the 77k region by next week. Next tweet is by Kush. So this is quite bullish for the stock market. So as you can see, the SPX divided by the M2 money supply, we're actually retesting it quite hard here. And this is a monthly chart. So this goes back 30 years. And as you can see, we've pretty much ranged and had a massive accumulation. And we're currently doing a hard retest from here. And it looks to me that we're probably going to bounce from here, generally speaking, because it's the first time we've tested it. And we haven't tested as support up until now. And generally, the first test of support will have, at the very least, a relief bounce. When it comes to the question of, is the bull market still intact? At the very least, we're going to see a relief bounce in the next few weeks, in my opinion. and this is just another layer of confluence to show you guys. Next tweet is by Rickunds. So, seeing as we only got 3-week bullish divergence every 20 years since 1962, I would be inclined to say we don't get that again. So this might end up being one of the shortest bear markets ever if it continues going at this pace. Note, chart says SPX, but it's SPX futures. I got asked, and strong support sits at 4,500 and very strong support at 4,200. I don't think it goes that low though. So this guy's chart's a bit different. So as you can see here, the past 20 years on the 3-week chart time frame, we've retested the RSI support multiple times, and every time it's done that, it's made a major bottom. And as you can see here, we probably need another 3 weeks or so, which ends up being in May, where we actually touch the RSI trend line and it confirms a bottom is in place. Another thing to note is it doesn't necessarily mean the price has to go down. As you can see in the past, the price generally just has gone sideways. So back in 2011, 2012, we made a bullish divergence and just went chopped sideways in price, as well as back in 2022. So it doesn't necessarily mean we need to go down and retest the 4,200 levels, but it just means momentum is slowing down here. We can, at the best case scenario, chop sideways from here, if not make a new low. Because yeah, the 3-week RSI, the trend does not lie, and it's looking like it's making its way to the support levels. But nonetheless, it's quite bullish in my opinion, because it just means most of the pain has been completed. And when it comes to drawdowns in percentages, we've already done most of the work. As you can see here, we're really close. When it comes to pain for the stock markets, there isn't much time left, and it's looking like we're getting a lot of bounces across the board very soon. When it comes to the update for interest rates, probabilities have increased quite significantly. So as you can see, rate cuts probably for May 7th is 52% right now. If you look at the comparisons to what the markets were pricing it as of a month ago, it was at 38%. So it's definitely trending up. And I do suspect, like, my base case is a rate cut in May, and I'll keep looking at this closely, but I do suspect the probabilities... Oh, it's actually gone up. So I just refreshed now. So it's gone up 62% now. So when it comes to that, as long as we get above like the 85% region, probabilities of a rate cut is basically guaranteed. And I do suspect that will be the case on May the 7th. So that's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want me to cover any other coins or niches, because I will be doing more base specific coin videos in the future. But that's all to the video, guys. Peace.